Hello everybody and hi, my name is Kieran and welcome to Soft Underbelly. This looks like a really peaceful game about talking to a cat. By the way, I've never been much of a cat person. I much prefer turtles. They're very good company. But then I went for a walk and I found a stray cat and we bonded for an hour. So I like cats now, they're kind of cool. I knew this game would have a really nice soundtrack. And I knew it looked really pretty, so I thought we'd play it. It said it would take 5 to 10 minutes to play, depending on reading speed, so given my track record, we should be here for just a few hours. Alright, let's start it. I'm in the middle of something here, you know. Oh, is your cat intruding on your space there? Wow, don't you? If I could count the time Squirtle bolted up the stairs, hopped on this desk, and laid on my keyboard, I can't count. It's such a beautiful day. Are you sure you don't want to go outside? Oh yeah, apparently people, you just let your cats go outside, like you have outdoor cats, and then you just call them in for supper. I would not trust any animal with that. That sounds like a recipe. Did you just slurp with from a distance? I wouldn't trust any animal with that. That's a recipe for getting catnapped. Pun. Remember when you were younger, you'd constantly get into fights with all the neighbors' cats? I was always so worried about you. Sometimes you'd come home with a piece of your ear miss. Oh my gosh! Don't let him outside! Or a wound in one of your little paws. Battered, but proud. And off we'd go to the vet. Again, she'd ask. He's got a temperament. We have lots of cats in the neighborhood. I don't know. If you can't control your emotions, you better be outed. He's got a temperament. He's got a temperament. He's got a temperament. I'd say every time. You do. Don't even try to deny it. Even though you've settled down a bit now. Mostly. You're older now, so you don't go out as much as you used to, which certainly spares me a lot of worries. And I could never tell if you won or lost those fights. I love you so much, you little ball of fur. I like my little ball of shell too. He's a cutie. He rests on my leg. If you haven't seen my TikTok, I did something about how he shows love, because turtles can't actually feel love, but he feels trust, and how that is the closest thing that he could feel to love, so it's kind of his equivalent, so it's enough for me. Basically, he rests his head on my leg when I'm treating his shell. So, yeah, I like my little ball of moss and hardness. Do you know that picture of you is a lock screen on my phone? Yeah. Lucky cat. Sometimes all you have to do is just lie there, and I'll think it's the cutest thing I've ever seen. Every time I think, this is it. This would be the cutest cat photo in the world. And then the next day, you somehow look even cuter. I swear it's some sort of cat witchcraft. Witchcraft. And I have to get my phone and take a picture because I just need to capture it. Add it to my ever-growing collection of cute and dorky cat photos. This is how I talk to Squirtle, honestly. And I also whip out my phone whenever me and him are chilling, because he does so many cute things and he's such a cute... You know the, like, the thing cats do? The, oh lord, he coming, and they have, like, one paw out and then, like, they're about to just smack it down? Squirtle does the same thing. He'll, like, be walking and then he'll just dragging his shell and he'll just... It's the sweetest thing. Gosh, I love Squirtle! And I love your cat. I left my phone in the other room, though. Well, I suppose it's good to just be in the moment sometimes, you know? Yeah. I struggle with that, but I'm getting better. Like you do. Not caring that I'm working right now. Not always think about later. About what comes next, and if you're prepared enough. Yeah, I often say that with Squirtle. Sometimes I envy him, because his life is pretty stress-free. He's got all the food and affection that he could ever have in the world. He doesn't know there's a pandemic going on. He doesn't know that he is Turt. He simply Turts. Ah, well. I really should get back to work, you know? But you're not gonna. No? Why don't you go play with one of those new cat toys I bought you recently? I need to stop that, honestly. I keep buying those things. Every time I go shopping, I find myself near the pets aisle. I have to go look. It's like an obsession. Yeah, it's kind of lucky Squirtle doesn't have toys. Turtles, they don't need toys. I don't think. If they do, I would totally get him all of them. Which is why it's a good thing that he doesn't, hopefully. And I imagine how cute you would look, playing with this little feather thing, that little glowy mouse. Oh, how you'll love it. Except I bring it home and you ignore it. If I'm lucky, you might even acknowledge it with a look that says, "This is the most boring thing I've ever laid eyes on." And then carry on doing your cat things. You know, lying around and such. I'm glad you're not going out as much anymore. Not only because you're not getting in as many fights as before, but because sometimes you'd bring me gifts. So apparently, this isn't actually them giving you gifts. This is them trying to help you because they don't think you know how to hunt. So they're just trying to show you, hey, this is how you kill. Okay? And apparently purring is how they interact with like baby cats and not adult cats. So they're really they think they're taking care of us is basically what cats are, which is kind of cute, honestly. That's why they're so stubborn and stuck up a lot of the times, because they think that they're the adults trying to keep you safe. It's kind of sweet. I'd wake up with a dead mouse or a bird at the foot of my bed. Ew. I know. That's proof of your affection for me. It's proof that they want you to not starve, so yeah, that's pretty affectionate. You're probably thinking, wow, that big, lanky, mostly bald creature doesn't even know how to... Yeah! Right there! What are they going to eat? So you brought me food. Thank you for taking care of me. For loving your sometimes helpless human. You know, you scare me sometimes. How big my hands must seem to you. How looming my figure is when I walk past. Like a giant. We have some trees in my backyard that I always forget. They're like 20 feet tall. Maybe. I'm not really good with the estimation. They're roughly as tall as my house. Maybe taller. So like 2-story trees. And to me, they already feel impossibly tall. But whenever I took Squirtle out when the weather was nice and he'd walk up near them, I could only imagine what he would think when he looks up at that. These gargantuan trees, and there's the trunks are as wide around as he is. They're not that big, but to him, it's him. That's as big as he is, and then infinitely taller. It's like beyond his ability to perceive existence. Not that turtles probably think that deeply most times. He's probably just looking for a place to eat and a place to poop. Maybe a place to eat some poop, yeah. And yet, you show no signs of fear. This trust scares me. I don't want to, but I could. I could hurt you so easily. I never would, but the possibility isn't zero. I think Squirtle knows I won't hurt him. He scratched me enough. I think he knows he's the alpha. And yet, you trust me so freely. How do you do it? How are you not afraid? How are you oh so unflinching in the face of this other being? Tall and mostly bald. There's some hair down here. Most cats are pretty notorious for not liking belly rubs. Really? But you show me the most vulnerable parts of your tiny body with such disarming willingness. You actually love belly rubs. It's amazing to me that you ask for them too. They'll just lie down in front of me, belly up, start to purr when I give you a belly rub. That is cute. It's amazing. I love Squirtle. I would literally die and kill for him. Not an exaggeration. Do not step to my Shelly mans. But like I would like an animal that I could like cuddle with, you know what I mean? Or like an animal that would just like chill with me and that I could pet and it would love. And Squirtle is getting way better. He's becoming way more accustomed to like contact and stuff. He lets me rub on his neck and, you know, top of his head and on his, he's really liking like just a gentle finger like across his jawline. He's really liking that. But I would like an animal that, I don't know, maybe just, well, you know, maybe Squirtle is actually becoming a bit of a cuddle bug because he rests his head on me. Maybe I do have a cuddle bug. I sure don't trust myself as much as you do. It feels nice to be trusted. How do you bounce back when you realize your trust in someone is being misplaced? Squirtle trusts me, and I would never do anything to make him feel like that was misplaced. Humans, however, well, we've all done that to each other. Tell me, how do you learn to show the soft underside of your belly again? High risk, high reward, I think. When you're vulnerable with someone and you're hurt, you just gotta remember the potential payoff, you know? I've never been good at forgiveness. I remember I hold grudges, mostly because I can't forgive myself, I suppose. Wish I had your nonchalance, wish I had your ability to brush off mistakes. Those are basically the same thing, I think. Probably this one's a little more like, yeah, dust off the shoulder, no biggie kind of thing. Wish I had your ability to brush off mistakes and move on. As elegant as you are sometimes, there is an equal amount of times you just mess up. You think you can make that kitchen table to counter jump, but you miss. Tumble down, then carry on as if nothing had happened. No, human. You did not see me flail and hang on the countertop there. That would be beneath my dignity as a cat. But you carry on, and it doesn't stop you from trying to make that jump again. Doesn't seem to stop you from jumping altogether either. You know, finding out that my trust has been betrayed just makes me go full disappear mode. I've been neglecting my friends. I have a terrible habit of doing that. Actually, that's something that I'm coming out of recently. For a long time, I've been trying to, and then quarantine didn't make it easier. I'm trying to reach out to and meet up with, like one person a week as my social quota, you know? I'm very introverted. So like I certainly couldn't handle too much more than that without just getting exhausted. But no, I would like that. And I'm almost there. I'm getting there. Because funny enough, if you actually reach out to people and ask if they want to be around you, they kind of say yes. But yeah, there was a solid year of my life of doing this. Hard thing to break, but very, very worth it. I'll just, well, vanish without meaning to. I become distant. I don't message, I don't call. I'm a pretty bad friend, actually, if I think about it. You're dealing with things. You're dealing with things, and it is making it more difficult to make the good decisions you know that you need to do. But you know that you need to make better decisions, and that's the first part of the battle. So you are on the right track. You're not a bad friend because you fall into your own hole of self-pity. Self-love leads to loving others. So work on that first, and you'll get there the rest of the way. And I think about it a lot. It's just so hard to connect sometimes. It's like I have no energy. I mean, it's not an excuse. Sometimes I feel like I live beyond this invisible wall. No matter how hard I try, I can't get beyond it. Do you ever feel like there's an invisible wall between you and other cats? Nah, she tore that down and killed him. Guess not. Maybe I put the wall there myself. It happens more often than you think. I guess this is related to the days where it's really hard to get out of bed and see the point in anything. But then there you are, meowing for food, and, well, I get up. That's one thing pets are really good for your mental health, is that because you're taking on a responsibility by housing them and raising them, they can help you push yourself out of a depressive state. Which is another reason why I want an animal that maybe I can take for walks, and I have to entertain and feed more intensively. I don't know, more than just dropping food in water, you know what I mean? They kind of force you, because we love our animals, we do. They really give you a purpose and motivation in a day. to get something done. And usually when you can get one thing done, it can lead to getting more things done. Excuse me, I burped. Pets make life easier, I think. Harder in a lot of ways, but also easier. Then I make some coffee, then I make some breakfast. Better to start your day with actual food than just coffee, I think. I don't drink coffee, but I know it's more nutritious to eat. And while I'm up, I may as well cook myself breakfast and open the windows, feel the sun on my face, and get to work. Exactly what I just said. Exactly what I should just stop talking and let this game talk for itself. But heck it, I want to get my thoughts out there, so I'm gonna do that. You win, cat. Especially now that I'm at home so much. Days blur into each other. It's hard to keep a routine, but I have to with you. Routines are very good, for me at least. I have a routine for every day. Basically all it is I schedule the time that I'm not doing work, and all the time between that I'm doing something. That's a new development. I started off having it rigidly planned out with no exceptions and no movements of any kind. It's very good, especially if you're someone who lacks motivation, if you have like ADHD or something, or if you have like some sort of other mental illnesses, depression, anxiety. Routines can be very, very helpful for productivity and just sort of living your life okay. You know what I mean? If you don't get your food at your usual time, if I don't let you out of the house, well, you ain't really leaving the house. I keep saying she. I feel like it's a guy cat. Cats are just all girls to me, and dogs are boys. Whenever it's something contrary, it's confusing. If you don't get your food at your usual time, all heck breaks loose. I swear, all the meowing at 5 a.m. probably wakes up the neighbors. Staying at home so much enables me to retreat, to disappear. Makes it easy. But you rely on me so much. I have a duty of care. Yeah. I love you, so it's not really like a duty. I mean, that's such a serious word. In a universe where nothing really matters, where I am but a collection of atoms living on a speck of dust known as Earth, I matter to you. I'm crucial to you. It's nice. Yeah. It is nice. I swear. You somehow know when it's one of those bad days. You're extra attentive and cuddly to the point where you'll just not leave me alone. And then, before I know it, I'm distracted. By your purring, your cute little face, by your constant demand for food, even though I gave you some, like, literally 5 minutes ago. I guess you're crucial to me, too. Well, I think you knew I needed this break, huh? You know, you're inspirational. The way you just unapologetically occupy the space you want. Make your wishes known, defend your rightful personal space. Like when you'll just sit in the middle of my pillow. Like when you'll only accept cuddles on your terms. I don't know, those are both kind of cute. Respect your animals also, yeah. If they don't want to cuddle, don't cuddle with them. Let them be them. You'll just decide to sit right down in the middle of my my pedophile during the night. I know it's comfy. It's my pedo. But I guess if I scoot over a bit, there's enough space for both of us. The invisible wall, if I made it, then I can also tear it down. By showing my soft underbelly. Again and again. As well as asserting myself. Not unlike you. I think I need to reply to a friend's message now. Thank you for bringing me back. To this moment. This place. How wonderful it is to be here. Thank you for reminding me. Sometimes I forget. Yeah. I like that. Well, that's soft underbelly. A lot of good messages in there. Hey, a lot of good messages in there. Oh, okay, we're done with that then? I like that. It's good. It's a good reflection on life, you know? Treat yourself to breaks, guys, also. Even if you don't have a pet to, like, force you to, though that's another thing they can help you with, you know? Take a break. Rest. You need it. It's important. You can't work all the time. That's called masochism. It's good to stay grounded. You know, there's a lot of grounding exercises, but even just, like, reflecting like this in a healthy way while, like, petting your pet, that's nice. It's a healthy way to live, I think. It's important to stay grounded. Stay in the moment. That's where a lot of anxiety comes from, is fear of the future. Depression comes from remembering the past. That's why it's so good to stay in the moment. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go give your pet a pet for me. Give him a good scritch. Tell me how they react. Show them some love. And tell me if they love you back, because that'd be pretty neat. And if you don't have a pet, yeah, stroke your neighbor, I don't know. If you like what I do here, you want to help me make people happy for a living, then please subscribe to the channel. But of course, as always, I love you. And I hope you have a wonderful day.